That was Hello and Ghost. So boo! And welcome to the Allie and Austin show. Or, I guess today we're not Allie and Austin. We are Wednesday and Pugsley Adams. And happy Halloween! We're doing a special Halloween episode because it's spooky season, and what better way to get into the spooky season and the spooky feeling than dressing up and watching a classic horror movie. So, yeah. I have a question for you, though, before we get started. Do you know what... No. Do you know what the most popular condiment is in the U.S.?
Is it fear?
Unfortunately, no.
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
The most popular condiment?
Yeah.
I mean, I would lean toward ketchup, but it's probably not ketchup if you're asking me this.
It could be ketchup. You're going with ketchup?
No.
You're going to guess something else?
Is the answer something like...
Just guess.
I don't know.
No hints.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're going to go with ketchup?
I'll go with ketchup, sure.
Okay. Ketchup, that was a good guess. Ketchup is not the most popular condiment. You know what it is? It's mayo. Mayo is the number one condiment in the U.S. with 2 billion sales a year.
Am I having a stroke?
No, you're not. That's real truth. I personally don't like mayo that much, but a lot of people like it. And even though, like, I guess they say like 97% of Americans have a ketchup bottle in their house, it's still not the most popular. So do you know what the second most popular condiment is?
No.
It's salsa. Salsa is number 2, and then ketchup falls at number 3 as the most popular condiment in the U.S. So, do you know why I brought that up?
No. I'm just thinking about being like, hey, what is going on right now?
So I brought it up because ketchup reminds us of blood. I remember one time it was April Fool's Day, and my mom made this really loud noise, and then me and my sisters came running, and she pretended like she had fell down the stairs and covered herself in blood, and like not blood but ketchup, but it looked like blood, and we were like crying, and it like scarred me. And yeah, so like
That's funny. Huh?
Yeah, it was pretty traumatizing, but ketchup is like a great substitution for like fake blood. So I brought that up because today we're going to be watching a movie that's, I don't really know if it's full of blood because I've never seen it, but it's definitely full
I've
of
also not seen it.
slashing. Yeah, we both haven't seen this movie. But it's a classic in the horror realm. It's probably one of like the first ones that people were like, "Oh yeah, let's go." Like it was made in that time when horror movies were becoming a lot more popular.
Feels like there was like a margin of time where they started like cranking them out.
Yeah, and this was around that time. Like this movie came out like in like 1980, and it was around that time where like
Wolfman, Black Lagoon,
Halloween,
Chucky,
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, this movie came out around that same time. So if you haven't guessed it already, we are watching the original Friday the 13th. That's with Jason Voorhees, the one with the machete and the ski mask, the classic.
Casey from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. So yeah, today we're going to be watching Friday the 13th. And I'm excited because I typically don't like scary movies. Insidious gave me nightmares for years. Mama, I realized last year when I watched Nightmare on Elm Street that I could probably handle the old ones because when I was watching it, it was almost comedic because I was like, this is not scary at all. Like, how could people think this was scary? Like, he was almost like funny. And I was like, okay, if I could like, watch this original Nightmare on Elm Street, the one with Johnny Depp, because he's in the original one, then I could probably handle Friday the 13th.
I do have a story I was going to add to your mom scaring you. The same thing happened with me, but when I was a kid, but the other way around. We were in Burger King, and I like got a ketchup packet, and I went inside the play area, and then went down the slide with my hand over my mouth, like my chin, and like smashed the ketchup against my mouth, and there was like ketchup dripping down, and I like started screaming, and I ran inside, and
What is
she
wrong
started
with you?
like crying.
What is wrong with you? That's not funny.
It's pretty funny, dude.
No, it's not. What does she do when like you
Get real mad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get started watching the movie, I do want to go into some like background about the movie.
I was thinking about that too, not to cut you off, but I like movies like I don't like horror movies, but I like movies like It.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would have liked it at all if it was just like a clown killing kids. But since there's all this lore, like he's not really a clown, he's a interdimensional being that shapeshifts, and he has like an enemy. It's like the elephant god.
Yeah.
There's all this stuff going on. It's all not just pointless. There's all this stuff in the background happening. And I was like, I wonder if this is gonna have something like that.
Kinda. I did see that like this movie may have been based off of like something that happened in real life, like like a murder that happened, or like a couple of murders that happened, and I think it was like Finland, and it was like a couple of it was like 4 teenagers that went camping by a lake, and they were like 3 of them were gruesomely murdered and 1 survived, and it's still unsolved. So they do say it may be loosely based off of that, but the guy who wrote it, who is Victor Miller, he wrote it in 2 weeks, and he's never been to summer camp before, and this is based at a summer camp. So,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So who knows if they may have based it off of it or not. But I also did read that like the director, who's Sean S. Cunningham, he originally made this movie kind of like a cash grab. Like it wasn't like, he didn't really think that much of it, like how we think of it today, like, oh my god, it's like one of the OG like monster films. Like he just thought it was just like something to make money off of it. But I think when he saw the reception it got, like it made like the budget was like $500,000 and it made like almost like $37 million. It's
about to make some money right now.
Right, exactly. And there's more productions of like Jason related content coming out like so often, and I think once he realized that people actually liked it, he kind of like held on tight to him. So did Victor Miller. Like they both have been a part of a lot of the later Jason content. Like they've helped out, like they've produced like Freddy versus Jason. They've helped out with like the video games, documentaries, shorts, and even some of the actors kind of do too. So it's really a cult classic. Yeah, and like it's great that the people who made it and starred in it still kind of hold on to that and still want to keep the legacy alive of it. So yeah. So what's really funny, when I was looking it up, there's an actor in this movie who I would have never guessed is in it, but now it makes sense because he's almost in like everything. And like it's a lot of unknown actors that like star in this movie. Like they really didn't like go beyond in acting as far as like the 80s and 90s and maybe some like specials for Friday the 13th. But the one person that surprised me that was in this movie was Kevin Bacon. There's this theory that goes around that you could pretty much connect any actor
Oh, I have.
to Kevin Bacon.
I have heard this before.
Yeah.
It's like and there's a game.
There's a game for it. Yeah, it's called The Sixth Degree of Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
I have heard that.
I went on the website. It may have been like last year, and it pretty much works. Like, you know, as far as like American actors, maybe like some like Western European actors, but if you get into like, you know, like Asian actors or something, there's no like relation to Kevin Bacon. But as far as like, you know, U.S. actors and actresses, like you can pretty much connect them to Kevin Bacon, which is pretty cool because he's been in a lot of stuff. I just did not expect Kevin Bacon to be in this movie, but I'm excited to see.
I didn't know that at all either.
Yeah. And Bing Crosby's son is in this movie. Yeah. And I read somewhere where it said Cunningham, the director, had said that he brought the son on, like Bing Crosby's son on, as a kind of like a joke because Jamie Lee Curtis plays in Halloween, and she's like the daughter of like pretty well-known actors. So he like brought on Bing Crosby's son as kind of like a, you know, a joke, because it's like you're bringing on these like. But then he actually said that he also brought him on because it kind of would help with promotions for the movie. Like Bing Crosby's son is gonna be in this movie.
That's true. Yeah.
He also said that he looked for, because, you know, this movie is, you know, mostly filled with teenagers. So he was looking for teenagers that looked like they could star in a Pepsi commercial. So I guess like clean cut and like your like average stereotypical type of teenager. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Okay, so now let's just get into the movie. The composer of the movie, that's his actual voice going that.
Yeah, I've heard people do that before as a joke.
Yeah, that's his actual voice.
There's a video game of this that I've seen, and it looks just like this.
Yeah,
like
they have a
cabins.
Jason video game.
I was like a church camp. She's actually playing the guitar.
Have you ever been to camp?
Not like this. Well, kinda. Not like wilderness camp. I've been camping.
I've been to camp. It sucked. I hated it. I was crying the whole time.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing up.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna get started right off the bat, huh?
Throw something at him. Throw that tire.
So you're telling me that they weren't scared of what he looked like?
That's what I was like. Wouldn't the first thing he would say is like, "Who are you?" Not, oh, we weren't doing anything. Like he's some like freaking adult or something. Like I'd be like, "Who are you?"
This is after he killed those people?
Yeah, this is after. Like they're like the camp that they're at must have closed or something after that.
Oh,
So now they're about to reopen it. And this is an actual camp that they filmed at. It's in New Jersey.
Yeah, but no one ever went back.
They do get, you know, it's a little running camp, and they have this whole like memorabilia of Friday the 13th. And they said they let them film here only if they gave them like a generous like donation to the camp, which they did, and now it's infamous for this movie. There he is.
On the right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's and Kevin Bacon, too.
What?
Is it? Are you talking about
I'm
Bing
talking about
Crosby or
Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
You want to give me a hand over here?
I just pulled up. Can I get out of the car?
It's like one of the village people right here. That's a cool looking helmet she's got on. Dang, athlete.
Athlete. That's amazing.
So these are like the camp counselors, kind of?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want it listed separately? That's right. And after lunch, Brenda, I want you to finish up the archery range, okay? Now, if Annie gets here, get her started.
So I
in the
guess
kitchen.
this is gonna be just like
All right?
something that happens
After lunch.
within a day.
Rain like hell, so
The whole movie?
Yeah, since this is Friday the 13th.
Sounds like little ghosts.
I don't like this
But
one.
when you've had a dream as long as I have, you'll do anything.
She's very naive. She's a happy person. Gee.
She needs to get punched.
No. Yeah, she's an idiot.
I think we better stop.
She's an idiot. Wanna like just jump out? Oh,
Oh, I thought he had a machete. Yo, thank God, dude. I don't have to deal with her for the whole movie.
she didn't even make it to the camp. I told you it was gonna start.
She's an idiot.
I wanted to be a camp counselor, but then I remembered.
Now, if you were a
You have to
flavor
deal with a bunch
ice
of...
cream,
Yeah.
rock and roll.
I forgot that out. Are they like getting ready for it?
Yeah, they're
Also counselors?
the teenagers. So I think the guy with the glasses that was on first
So none of the kids...
was the guy that like originally like wanted to reopen it, and they're the camp counselors, like all those
Okay.
teenagers.
Oh, he pulled,
These are annoying
pulled a
teenagers.
Caddyshack. Is it Caddyshack? No, it's Sandlot.
Oh yeah, Sandlot.
I hate all of them.
Yeah, me too. It's literally like they told them, okay, be teenagers, but be like 10 times the teenager that you typically are. Like, gee.
Hitting yourself.
My question is, if the camp was 20 miles away from the town, how did he get there so fast?
He rode his bike real fast.
Emergency generator.
He's the most annoying one.
He'll go first, hopefully.
I hope.
It sounds like pebbles when it hits the ground. I can hear it. I try to block out the sound with my hands, only it doesn't work. It just keeps getting louder and louder. And the rain turns to blood. And blood washes away in little rivers.
He's looking at her like, I'm not seeing this chick anymore after today.
He's like thinking of ways of how to ghost her.
They about to all be ghosts.
I have a feeling they're gonna be the first to go.
You mean the second to go? That other dude's probably already dead.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, they're banging and he's up there?
Dead, yeah. Oh.
You called it, nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh! That scared me. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. I'm actually kind of scared. This is no time to be playing. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I like how she just like immediately like gave up. She was like, Wait, was he the one in the Jeep? Is he the one that killed the other girl?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is him.
Oh, I guess he didn't have that like little
Yeah.
thing on it.
Who knows? It could have been him.
Mm-hmm. That's, oh my god. Too bad she don't have her phone. She could just drown it out with some YouTube or something.
Oh, it's probably nothing. It's probably a rat.
Yeah. You'd be my buddy.
I wouldn't be here to begin with. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be here to begin with either.
But if we were, I'd stick right by you.
Okay. I think you have to do this in the game. You have to, like, power the car and escape before he kills everyone. I wonder if he doesn't have the hockey mask on, because none of them act like they're scared.
Try and get some sleep.
Why would I sleep when we literally can't find anyone else at the camp?
You hear what she's saying?
Bill?
Sounds to me like, kill me next.
Right. I'm here. Ah.
She's the last one, right?
Yeah, she's the last one.
All right, are they gonna show him now? Is she gonna hang herself so she doesn't have to deal with this idiot?
The windows, board up the windows.
There's gonna be another window, you idiot.
He threw a body through the window like a brick.
Is that him though? That might be him in his Jeep. You can have her. Who's that?
Well, I'm Mrs. Voorhees, an old friend of the Christies.
Oh. Is that his mom?
Yeah, Mrs. Voorhees. She was in a Jeep.
Bonk. Here we go! Meow, 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 meow.
You should have done that in the first place.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's where I would have been. She's looking for ammo.
Yeah. She threw it like it was a stick. Oh my gosh.
She's like throwing a Sharpie at her.
She said, ugh. That was funny. Oh.
The end.
This is so funny.
Dang, Keanu Reeves gotta take some notes. They gotta show him at some point. I know the bad guy ain't gonna be dang Reba McEntire.
So maybe she was the one that was saying like, help me.
She was smart. She'd hide up in the rafters. There's like rafters. She tied the string around it. Wait for that woman to come through and drop down, dude. Batman. Did you make any more noise?
Hey.
Oh, this is like the end of Star Wars.
Take the knife.
Dude, yeah, take the knife, dude. Smack on the head again. Double tap.
Go.
What are you doing? Maybe she's like, I got her.
Yeah, she thinks that the lady is the only one. Oh, there she is.
She's back again.
Oh, what the f- This is hilarious. This is so funny. She is swinging just like an old lady.
Yeah.
She like fell over. Come on now, like she's literally an older lady than you. Like you gotta have more agility than that.
Look, the Golden Girls. And she's like, where?
She wouldn't be dumb enough to do that. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Her head must have already been half off. Her head must have been already half off. If it came off that easily.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So you're telling me this is the third time they have struggled. So you're telling me she hardly got away. She bonked her on the head with something, and then she went again, and then she bonked her on the head with a pot. And the third time, she chopped her head off.
How? I'm telling you, her head must have already been like half off. If it just
No, but it went from like, and then
right
she
to
comes
not
back,
wanting to even like
and then she's like,
hit her like
freaking
with the
behead.
butt of a gun
Yeah.
into her to literally chopping her. I thought she would have just like stabbed her or something. That
You're not chopping someone's head off with a Bowie knife. Also,
wasn't that the
probably.
machete?
Oh, maybe it was. She had the Bowie knife thing in her belt. I don't know. She may have had the machete.
Yeah, she had the machete.
It went from like really passive to like full on execution mode.
Yeah. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. Real quickly.
That's funny.
The lady literally tried to stab her.
Dude, that's worse.
And fell in the sand.
Yeah, that's worse than any of the other Jason murders on the other campers.
Yeah, she didn't have to go that hard. Ah! That's scary. Okay, that scared me.
I thought Jason had a mask on.
How did he live in the water for so long?
You a fish? Yeah, I'm assuming maybe there's more of these.
Yeah, there's a sequel to this one. And then, there's been like more that's been made since then. But I'm still confused on how we get Jason. Like, is it this boy who's
you mean
like
the Jason as we know him?
Yeah.
That's probably him when he's older. Maybe like in the sequel. It's going to be in the sequel, probably.
So what, he's like a fish boy or something that's just been living underwater all this time?
I didn't write it.
It has to be something different. I don't know.
Yeah, who threw the body through the window?
Right.
She didn't pull up until after that. So maybe it was him. I don't know.
I think we definitely would have to watch the sequel to like understand.
But yeah, there's a few of them where it was her, like in the woods where she had a car,
Yeah, the first one with the girl, that was definitely her.
And maybe even the people.
The one with the archery when she was like yelling for like help me.
Yeah, it could be her. It could have been at the very beginning with the two kids, the first people that got killed. Because remember how they reacted was like, "What are you doing here?" It could have been that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was her.
And then even the guy that got the glasses who came and he had to walk the rest of the way, the main guy.
Yeah, that was her too. But like, how'd she string him up in the tree? She'd make.
Then she got her own
She
head
either has like
chopped off.
super strength or like
Grandma powers.
Grandma powers. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The chopping the head off, I didn't expect that. That was funny.
Yeah, that was unexpected. That took a left turn like really quickly.
Like everything was funny about that. The long struggle. The long struggle, and then watching all those other kills, and then that was the most gruesome one, and that's how the struggle ended.
Yeah, that was
Dude, she was freaking slapping that girl in the corner around, and as a result, she turns around and chops her head off.
The part when she fell in the sand, that was funny when she tried to stab her and just like completely fell over.
Yeah,
like
I was when she grabbed
all
her
of her
behind.
strength.
It's like, what are you doing? You're just like grabbing her stomach
like,
and spinning her around. I didn't think it was that bad.
No, yeah. It definitely was like for its time, and like it was still good. I mean, obviously, I was, it got me sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little.
Overall,
unexpected.
it was like a fun.
Yeah.
Like on borderline, like lighthearted.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It kind of reminds me of, and I think this movie also came out around the same time, or like maybe like early 80s, but Night of the Living Dead. It's like a horror movie too, and it's like these kids go up into like this cabin and like I guess they read from like this book or something, and then like basically like zombies like start coming out. But it was kind of similar, just like in like how it was almost comedic, but like still kind of like horror esque. So yeah, I and like Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of the same thing too. Like, I think it's not until like, I guess we get into like the now scary movies where it's like serious scary.
Stuff.
Yeah, that really like messes with your mind. But yeah, these are really enjoyable. I honestly want to see the second one just to figure out like what else is going on. Like, how do we get Jason?
I honestly feel a little disappointed I didn't see. Like, I obviously didn't know. I assumed we were gonna see him, which I guess that's my fault.
I assumed too, and when I was like looking it up, the guy that played the Jason, for some reason I just thought he would be like, I don't know, like maybe like a teenager himself, like, 17 or something. He had to have been like maybe like 15 or 16. And like he like prides himself on being like the first Jason, but
I wonder if that was him or if it's gonna be in the next one, the one with the mask.
I think the one with the mask is going to be in the next one. But I'm confused on who that would be.
Yeah.
Maybe someone like
he basically
his
just
death.
turns into Michael Myers, basically.
Yeah. That kind of like silent killer.
You can like teleport in the game, kind of, but it's like you can teleport out of their sight, so you just come out of nowhere, you know? Mm-hmm. But then you just like walk.
Oh.
I thought the acting, some of the acting was like meh. It might have been in the script too. Like a lot of the reactions and stuff were like.
Yeah, I thought this girl, Adrienne King, who played like the main girl, hers was kind of like, it started off well, but then once it got into like all the scary stuff, she was just.
I agree.
It seemed like she was almost too paralyzed. I'm like, okay, I guess that's how like any normal person would act, but it was just too like, I'm gonna like look at this dead body for 5 minutes even though I know there's a killer out there. I'm gonna make
like
noise.
Tunnel visioning.
Yeah, I'm gonna make noise, if I hear something, or very oblivious. But like the kids, I mean, they did their job. They were annoying teenagers.
Oh, I hated every single one of them. And that's part of it. Like in other horror movies, it sucks when the characters die because you're like connected to them, and it's like sad. And you don't want them to die. This, it's like I hate all of them, and I don't really care. So if they die, it's like you kind of did it to yourself, man. Yeah, when she woke up in the bed and she was like thinking that like there wasn't a boy there, I was like, oh, are they gonna pull this on her? Like she like killed all those people?
Yeah. I thought they were gonna do that too. That's why I was like, okay, maybe she shouldn't take the knife with her because then they're gonna be like, you killed all these people, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many questions. This movie left me with a lot of questions. So how would you rate it?
For now, I would probably say. I'd say 5, but I would give it a 6 just because it was like fun. And of course, give it some more credit because it was like an early on horror movie.
Yeah, which kicked off a whole franchise. So you have to give it like its respect for that. I'd give it around that. I was gonna say like 5, 5.5, 3.5 stars. It was enjoyable, but it still had its flaws, but what can you do? It was the 80s. I liked it. I do want to watch the second one, so.
Yeah,
this is good. All right, so there you have it. That was Friday the 13th. Leave in the comments if you've ever seen the movie, if you liked it, if you hated it, if you like the franchise, if you don't like it, your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. Leave it all in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.